everyone, this is Gigi Cakes Adventure. Welcome back to my page. Today I'm going to show you homemade shawarma from scratch using chicken breast or beef, whichever you prefer. Sit right back and enjoy this video. Don't forget to like and follow. Okay, now I add straight to preparing our meat, which is called the meat prep, which is marinating our chicken breast. So I get that into a clean bowl, and now I'm going to spice it up and leave it to marinate with oil ingredients. Then I have my ginger, onion powder, garlic powder, and salt, a teaspoon each. I'll pour that inside and stir. Here I have my curry powder, ginger powder, and the thyme, and a little bit of nutmeg. I pour in and stir, and I go again with my cayenne pepper, chili pepper, whichever you're using, because I love it very spicy and hot. So I'm gonna leave this to marinate. Then I got my glove on my hand to make sure I mix it into the chicken breast properly, and I'll set that aside in the fridge to actually marinate properly. Okay, now we're gonna go straight for making the dough. There is my flour. I have 1 cup flour there, and I'm gonna add a tablespoon of powdered milk, 1 teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon sugar, and I'm going to stir those all together. Now I'm using just half cup of water to mix this dough. Please take note. So I had the water bit by bit. As you can see what I'm doing, I mix to some extent, and I'm going to use my hand to actually knead and work on it properly to give me that stretchy look, and I'll set that aside to for like 5 minutes. So, but before then, I'm going to add my olive oil. You can use whatever you want to use, vegetable oil, whatever you're using. I use olive oil to actually work with this. So I just add a tablespoon of olive oil. So I'm going to get some flour into the work surface, and I'm going to knead, not much flour actually, so just a little to help remove the dough from sticking to your work surface. So I'm going to add a little of the oil to the bowl and put the dough inside. I'm going to set that. Okay, now I'm going to add into mixing our vegetables. There I already have a pre-boiled vegetables. There I have the lettuce, and some bits of the carrot, and that of the other cabbage. What's it called? The purple color cabbage, and some of those paisley fresh leaves. So whichever vegetables you prefer, you can use, right? Then I had a pinch of salt to that, and the little leftover olive oil I actually use in making the dough. So I just mix this together, and I will set aside. Now our dough is proof to what I actually wanted. Now I'm going to cut into 3 parts because I'm just making this with 3 wraps or 2 thereabout. One of a little smaller. So I'm going to cut that into 3 because I'm going to roll into a round thin shape. Okay, you don't need to be heavy, it's going to be thin. So you can see what I'm doing. I just roll out to a very thin texture like so, and I'm going to cut round a round size out of it. Choose to cut whichever size you prefer, right? And this I just choose to use this to cut it to what I want. I'm going to grease my pan so that I don't make mistake. Always grease your pan. You can see it's overheat in the middle, is getting actually burnt there. So I grease my pan, then I heat it a little to fasten up the cooking process of the dough. So like so, it's already eaten, and that part of the dough is done. I flip it over. As you can see, always alternate the flipping mode, alternate it, flip it, flip it, flip it, so that one side don't burn and the other side is okay. So as you can see, this takes like a minute or two, is cooked for you. Actually, you don't need to go into a long process for cooking this dough. I make the other one as well like so, and it's ready. So I'm going to set this aside and go straight to making our chicken breast. So as you can see, the oil has heated, so I'm going to pour in the chicken breast. Actually, I burnt my hand while doing this, so be careful because I never knew the oil was actually overheated. So I'm going to do this now, stir fry it so it doesn't burn, please. So take note of that, and I'm going to set that aside to cook. Meanwhile, I get my yogurt. This yogurt I bought from the supermarket, and I had a teaspoon of dry paisley leaf. As you can see what I did there, and a little bit of the salt and black pepper. I mix that together and set aside. You're going to see what we're going to do with it. And I go back to my meat, chicken breast, sorry. It's cooked and it's properly to what I want, very tender. So now let's set up the shawarma. Okay, so I got my plate. I wanted to use the paper wrap to wrap first. I said, no, let me just go with the shawarma first and I'll wrap it up later. So I go with the fine side. First, I'm going to set up the vegetables at one side. I'm sure you saw it from the beginning. Then I'm going to add now my chicken breast to the other side. As you can see, fill it up whichever way you really enjoy it. Trust me, my family enjoyed eating this morning, this afternoon, sorry, because we made it for the lunchtime. So I'm going to add that to my yogurt. You actually see me spicing up there. You can add a large quantity if you want. So this one is for me. I don't really want much of the fat. And the others for the kids and that of the husband, we're going to load it because they might need it, not me. So I got a clip to hold it down first before I go in to wrap it into that paper. As you can see, I take the paper, make sure the paper don't cover all up. So when you want to bite, you don't bite the paper. So I push the paper. So this is just a baking sheet. You can use whatever you want. You can use a foil and all that. So yeah, our shawarma is ready. You can fill up with some salad or any and cream again if you actually want it. Like so. So thanks for watching and make sure you like, follow this page and share the video. I'll see you on our next video.